Alright, and we're back with another stream. This time, I'm gonna be getting along with Honkai Star Rail's 3.7 Trailblaze quest, the beginning of the end of amphoreus. I have my hopes. I don't know what to put, where to put my expectations. I have hopes for how some things will turn up, but we'll just have to see, right? Okay. Let's go. Sure. As I've been farewell to Hycelands at the Vortex of Genesis, I noticed something strange about the Time Core Flame, and was immediately dragged into the Memoria Tide of Oblivion by March 9th. I don't know, do I call her March 9th? I don't know. Evernight. She was once a hidden power that March manifested by sacrificing all of her memories, yet now she harbors other secret intentions in her heart. Meanwhile, Dan Heng warped back to the Express via a spirit warp jump, only to discover a memo snatcher invitation. Everyone then realized that the Remembrance's forces had already permeated amphoreus and blocked outside intervention. To establish contact with me, Dan Heng was determined to return to amphoreus immediately. After waking up in the false trailblaze, I managed to escape with help from Siren and Sunday. Unfortunately, Evernight held absolute control, causing me to fall into the Memoria Tide once again. However, Black Swan took this opportunity to quietly approach Evernight. Dan Heng returned to amphoreus and beckoned the heroic spirit of Finon with divine blood. The destruction descending from the sky pierced through the memory zone and discovered the most hidden corner of the world. In pursuit of Evernight, Dan Heng arrived at the charred remnants of the Grove of Epiphany. In the grove, where memories became disjointed, Dan Heng received help from Dan Feng within his memories and completed his farewell to the past. In their final moments, the Earth Demigod Terravox entrusted all their duty and authority to Dan Heng. With this newfound strength, Dan Heng found me within the Memoria Tide. We entered the Nameless Titan's great tomb and discovered its secret. Across the 30 million cycles of eternal recurrence, every incarnation of Siren had come here, offering herself to the Remembrance. With Black Swan's help, we found Evernight in the depths of the Great Tomb. How did I forget that? In the last few videos I posted with the reacting to the Siren stuff, I'm pretty sure I'd said something about like Siren is literally present in the first one, and then I guess I'd completely forgotten that all of her past bits had come here wherever this demiurge thing is. Like, they were literally those sort of those crystally ghosts versions of her or whatever. Okay. When all seemed lost, Evernight was captured by March's camera and trapped within the memory maze of Ides Elysiae. After several lengthy conversations, March and Evernight reached an agreement. Evernight returned to March's memories, and March finally returned to our side. With every condition for the Aeronova fulfilled, we returned to the depths of the Great Tomb and initiated the final Aeronova ceremony. Sure. So since this is kind of the finale for the amphoreus okay, we just all of a sudden big Siren. Yeah, but since this is the finale for the amphoreus, I'm kind of expecting this one to be longer. I don't know. My eyes for some reason are straining all day, so I might just do this in like over 3 days instead of 3 or 3.5 hours each for 2 days. We'll just have to see. I'm not sure why my eyes are straining. I was on the computer less today. My eyes are straining even before I really did much on the computer at all today. But why? Siren's already big. Okay. Just, yeah. All of a sudden, in Britain. Stell's mouth is open. This view hasn't changed at all, has it? So is amphoreus gonna end up looking like this? Her earring? The hometown in your memories never changes, but when you return to your senses, you realize that fate has already stolen the time away. Welcome to the Trail of Genesis, Echo. Siren, you look. Pretty? Seems like we had weight of memories from 30 million. Seems like the weight of memories from 30 million cycles really made me grow up. Wink. Okay. Did she always also have the pointed ears? But if I keep growing, I might be taller than you, right, Echo? Then I'm really looking forward to that. Sure, we'll take that explanation of taking the memories making you grow up. Sure. Before you arrived, I kept wondering, beyond the veil of Aedes Elysiae, what kind of amphoreus is being born? I can see fragments of it when I close my eyes. The friends who walked alongside us have all moved on toward their respective destinies. Some turning into pillars of the world, supporting the sky and the ocean, others sowing reason, laying down the law, and with gentle hands lifting newborns into the light. Death and strife are no longer feared by people, and Trigger has become the innocent games of children. All beings living ordinary and peaceful lives in a net woven by romance and passage. There's no black tide, no flame chase, and no destruction. The world on the other side of the sea is one bathed in sunlight. It's the dawn that Finon and everyone had wished for. Are we gonna see Finon again? We have to, right? Like a happy and carefree childhood, the era CHRYSOS in this cycle will last for a millennia until it reaches the moment decided by the prophecy. Light calendar 4931, month of freedom, the moment belonging to world bearing. Freedom is not one of the... We got ocean, romance, earth, sky, trickery, death, strife. No, I should probably go by the sort of elements. Death, strife, trickery, ocean, sky, earth, romance, passage, world bearing, Evernight, law, and I don't remember. Right. Are you ready to answer the call of the world, Echo? Sure, let's go. And go and pen the throne of world's first stroke, for this world made from countless wishes. We're gonna see Screwlim's fleet. Why did they only post that to Billy and not like on YouTube? You say that, but it's gonna be ages till we reach light calendar 4931. It's March 9th! I can make use of the crevices of time, but surely Echo and Don Hong won't have to wait around for a few thousand years, right? That won't be necessary. We can simply sleep and the chronocognitive anchor will wake us up. Veil of Evernight, Pillar of Stone? That's right, we both became part of the New World, just waiting for you now. Our consciousness can converse with each other across the heavens and earth, possibly due to the influence of the Trailblaze. Okay, we'll go with that. I'm now connected with this earth and I can feel the breath of every mountain range. I see that the tallest among them is named Okema, and the form of the holy city is already taking shape. So this was this the start of the next one already? I don't remember which period is Era CHRYSOS. Is it the one right before Era Nova? In other words, your stage is almost set. Do you want to take a leaf out of Kefli's book and make some prophecies before your nap? We're not the only ones who have changed. The chronocognitive anchor just transmitted a message stating that Iron Tomb has reacted to the Era Nova. Okay, so we did do Era Nova just now. The moment when Echo bore the weight of 30 million cycles of memories. Oh, she's not smiling. It was probably also when the scepter devoured 30 million cycles of destruction. It's time to take over the burden that Finon has been carrying. You know, Echo, you don't have to shoulder this world all on your own. Insert near Automata Weight of the World. That's a great song. After someone boards the express, the word alone ceases to exist. So, as we reach the end of time, no one will be left to face it alone. Dan Heng and I came here specifically to tell you that. Remember, this world is not a burden for you bear alone. It's a journey we trailblaze together, alongside all of the express. Yeah, I want to see Welt and Sunday and Himeko do some more. This is their time to shine, right? Seriously, can you let me be the protagonist for once? There'll be plenty of time for you to show off in the future. She meant to say that Hero only turns up at the most pivotal moment. Alright, it's time for Dan Heng and me to go have a super long nap. Look after this world for us, Echo. The road ahead is long, but we'll be waiting for you at the end. Where are you gonna nap? Oh, gone, reduced to atoms. We'll definitely meet again. Let's take one more look at the other side of the sea before we set off. Hello, incoming viewers. Thank you for joining the stream. Just getting started with Honkai Star Rail 3.7. Lizzie, I so quiet and just like how I remember. Just getting along with amphoreus Honkai Star. Here we are once more. As I was saying, just getting started with Honkai Star Rail 3.7 Trailblaze Quest, which I assume is the beginning of the end of amphoreus. Please have a happy ending, man. I want to see and talk to the CHRYSOS heirs after this whole thing. I want them to have an impact on future story. I want to talk to them on the train. Fish, fish, fish. The sun of the black tide is now completely calm. At last, the starting point of 30 million cycles has finally welcomed its first end. And the final end, right? I can't hear his voice. There are no flowers here that bloom for him, nor is there a star that is his. Oh, Finon! Wait. Can we have Finon meet Welt? Welt this is the same Welt from Honkai Impact, right? And Finon, from what I've heard, is supposed to be like the Kevin or something from there. Finon is the only one who didn't reach the New World. I've been meaning to watch From the New World for a very long time. Shinsekai Yori. Interesting premise, from what I can tell. He gave everything to obtain this momentary peace. Trust in him and we'll meet again for sure. Look, the golden light that shone upon the grove still meanders between heaven and earth like the prophecies of amphoreus. It has to be a sign he left behind. It points towards the destruction and the deepest night. Do you still remember what I asked Echo at this exact spot the last time we set off? Echo, are you ready to become a hero? You were still burdened by the weight of world bearing back then, still unsure of the role you were meant to play, but now everyone has already given you the answer. The heroes of legends were just at the right place at the right time when the world needed a hero. Just like how your arrival kickstarted amphoreus' fate once more. A person's personality is their destiny. Why is this highlighted? Together we'll make it to the best possible ending. We'll all make it to the best possible. Does that include Finon? Wee bastard, they're such beautiful words. Thank you, Echo. I was also trying to cheer myself up with what I said. After all, before we truly compose the end of the story, I must also pluck up the courage to head off with you. Oh, it's even bigger. In face, a memory that I have forgotten for too long and have denied for too long. What? Oh yeah, are we going to friggin' see Akron like we did when we were that thing with Casterus? I mean, it wasn't actually her, but yeah. It's so dark. What is this place? The great tomb of the nameless titan, the deepest recesses of memory. Demiurge, something something Demiurge. Also the place where Cyrene was born. Born ID's Elysia. My apologies, Echo. The more memories I got back along the way, the more I felt that something wasn't right. There's a sort of anxiety I can't get rid of. It's like when I was back in 90s Elysiae, when the reflections in the water always made me wonder, which is the real me, the one reflected in the water or the one standing on the shore? But I finally get it now. Look, Echo, the words are on that wall are the answer. Oh, excuse me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. That rhymeless tune is the lullaby of little fairies. Ma'am? As always, I'll read this book for you. That way it won't just be Siren's memories alone. I've always thought that I was the narrator of the Flame Chase journey, but as it turns out, the narrator is you! Is also the most devoted audience. I believe it. Every version of you. Thank you, Echo. Every single siren. That sounds so kind. At the moment of Aranova, I was enveloped by the texture of memories. Isn't that the name of the light cone? Hold up. With the glistening crystal, I saw countless sirens, as well as countless versions of me. This is the final puzzle piece of the memories, Echo. A prison born from the erudition, a grave annihilated in a destruction. That unknown solitary god, the 13th titan who should not exist. The first snow spore, the demiurge, is right here. Currently beyond the sky. Okay, we're actually getting the Shinzo right now. In the interrogation. Oh no, but last time we got a notification or something. Fushan saying like amphoreus disappeared from the matrix of prescience or something, right? The interrogation records have been submitted to the marshal. According to the Ten Lords' decree, Jingliu and Luocha shall continue to be detained in the Shuling. Shuling. I'm gonna assume that's Shuling. So what about that plan to kill an Eon? But you, Merlin's Claw, have been reluctant to end the transmission. Do you wish to reminisce with us? Or is there something else on your mind that you're just desperate to get out? You're quite calm, Jingyuan. The Alliance only authorized the Lofu to be deployed for this Iron Tomb operation. Yeah, Lofu is Jingyuan's. Fei Xiao's is it Yao Qing? They say the seer strategist wisdom shines like a beacon. Why can't you see things clearly now? Who is talking? I didn't vote against it, did I? Is this a new voice? Yao Guang? Well, with enemies all around us, even a child knows the Marshal needs to keep a few Shinzo ships in reserve, just in case. Whoever volunteers first is the Marshal's pick. If you have to ask, I'd say this outcome plays right into Jingyuan's hands. Like it or not, there's no way we're letting the Lofu take the lead in this battle. Oh my, Merlin's Claw. Are you afraid that Lofu might steal the Yao Qing's glory? Get the frick out of here, dumb bot. No one likes you. Ban. There's no laughing matter. Between the Stellaron crisis and the War Dance ceremony, the chaos has settled. Rumors and speculation are only growing by the day. Yeah, when is the Stellaron gonna? When are we gonna do something with the Stellaron? And when is something gonna happen with the Stellaron? It was gonna nuke us at the space station until Welt just poked us in the head with his black hole, and then it kind of just didn't do anything until. I don't remember. It was probably brought up in Penacony, but then something when Aglaya was interrogating us for like, yeah, we got this thing. It's dangerous. If you try to use it, it might blow up. With Elder Huayan around, those with ulterior motives won't be able to stir up any trouble, but once the Lofu gets their hands on the Golden Blood, it'll be a whole different story. Well, the kind of person Jingliu is, and her connection to you, I don't need to spell it out. There are countless ways this could be spun into something bigger. I think there's something about, Jingliu, like part of the plan is like using the hunt's golden blood, whatever, to kill the not using the destruction's golden blood on the hunt's arrows to kill the abundance. You're overthinking it, General Fei Xiao. When I volunteered for this task, I never expected unanimous support from the Alliance anyway. The Luofu will seize the golden blood and redeem itself. That will be our first win. Then, we'll leverage this golden blood in the negotiations, our second win. These 2 wins for the Luofu will make all 3 of us happy, and that'll be our third win. I will do this, and then I will do that, and then you will be happy, and then we will all be happy. Look, if this were a Skyfaring commission deal, we'd be rolling in money, wouldn't we? Maybe the Divine Foresight should change his name to the Optimistic General instead. With the Decolite Reflection Bearer, the Yutre must understand even more than the Luofu how significant this battle is. Amphoreus' karma has vanished from the Matrix oppressions. What omen does General Yao Guang see in this anomaly? In divination studies, we call this an empty fortune. It involves the eons and is thus beyond what mere mortals can comprehend. Your explanation isn't any clearer than Lady Fu's. Come on, how hard is it to understand the word uncertainty? For the Cobalt Head... Okay, Cobalt, the new name for Noose. For the Cobalt Head, the emergence of Iron Tomb is a calculated instant. But I don't believe they'll just sit around waiting for death. And for the powers of the cosmos, this is their chance at survival and the key to turning the tide of interstellar affairs. The Astral Express is leading the formation of an allied force, but I can see each faction has its own hidden agenda. There are even more divisions within the Alliance, so it's not that hard to imagine how the other factions will react. Jingyan, I crossed paths with Salanova's legions at the Battle of Sarunirama Star Cluster. Was that shown in the promo videos? It showed Salanova something about like the Agate planet or something, like a ground zero or the ground zero for a Stellaron disaster. But I don't recognize this name. Wait, maybe that was mentioned in the Fables Across the Stars Part 2. I think that's it. Be extremely careful. The Ruined Legion's troops and weaponry are nothing to write home about. The IPC, even the denizens of abundance could take them on. However, while Void Rangers are just expendable pawns of their destruction, the real wild cards are the Lord Ravagers. Haha, got him. Not that it was hard, but... Indeed, Nanook's emanators are also their weapons to burn down the pets. I'm afraid conventional military tactics and strategies will be useless against them. My assessment is this. To completely take down a Ravager, we must disregard casualties and spare no cost. My only fear is... one wrong move and the Luofu will fall into Fantilia's trap again, inching ever closer to destruction. There are some speculations that the Lightning Lord and whatever are like emanators, right? Or something, but I don't know. Del is exactly the demon she wants to plant in her hearts. You still remember the beginning of the Alliance Oath, to save future generations from war and bloody dispute. The Rainbow's arrows have always aimed at any force that threatens the cosmos. Now that the Trailblaze walks alongside us, the Cloud Knights shall keep their oath as they have from the beginning. Oh yeah, are we gonna get the Galaxy Rangers here? At all? They're not exactly a big faction, but still. I just hope those on the front line will remain safe. The chronocognitive anchor sending a signal. Everyone, time to move out. Did Echo and the others make it? Let me go over the plan one more time, just in case. You'll enter Amphoreus, reunite with your 3 separated companions, and try to locate Iron Tomb from within the world. Welt? You 80-year-old man. Are you 60 or 80? You 80-year-old man, you're gonna finally come in? Who are you taking with you? The fate of the universe hangs in the balance. We can't afford any slip-ups. I suggest everyone except Pom Pom join the fight. We do need to be prepared for all possible contingencies. I have no objection to this. I'll do whatever I can. Meanwhile, Screwy and I will continue attacking the Demiurge Matrix, that is, the Scepter's kernel, from the outside. With our 2-pronged attack, we'll turn this hunk of metal into scrap for sure. Now we just wait for those 2 to get back. Alright, what was Screwy talking with Timiko about? Oh, and just like that, they're here. Sorry to keep you waiting. With the planet Screwlim's help. Aha! The formation of the Cosmic Alliance to counter Iron Tomb is progressing smoothly. The Cosmos has set its sights on amphoreus, and now it's just waiting for the first shot. Well then, let's not waste any more time. Fourth mirror. It's my time to shine! Finally off the bench! Initiating thought refraction. Please read the safety protocols carefully. Huh? Just kidding. I've already checked the agreement box for everyone, and now destination amphoreus. 3, 2, 1, launch! The flow of memory is so heavy here. Unlike Penacony's dreamscape, this place is built up a true epic measured in millennia. The vortex of Genesis, where all myths begin and end, and in this new world created by Echo, the infinite cycles have been broken. Let's set up the Trailblaze beacon and establish contact with the outside world. I'll leave it to you then. It'd be better for me to not show myself in front of the Garden of Recollection. Oh, are you considered traitor now or something? Or the less than noble ones have taken over? And Mr. Sunday, you probably shouldn't show yourself either. Agreed. The Astral Express has landed. If you receive this message, please respond immediately. Over. This is the Shenzo Alliance. Communications normal. Interastral Peace Corporation. Communications normal. Aventurine! A response from the Galaxy Rangers? Not surprising, but I didn't expect the family to also stay silent at such a critical moment. That's a pretty blatant disregard from the family for Penacony's independent director, I'd say. Long time no see, Miss Himiko. It's been quite a while, Madame Jade. The significance of this battle rivals that of the campaign against Zulo. That's the one the Galaxy Rangers took down, right? Only through victory can we disperse the shadow of Iron Tomb that looms over countless worlds. The 10 Stonehead shall spare no effort for such a grand mission for the preservation. Madame Jade led the Intelligentsia Guild in conducting specialized research on Iron Tomb's past activities. The bad news is, the collapse of the erudition won't just affect inorganic beings. You mean Iron Tomb can infect organic life too? Well, that's not good. The good news is, so far, its effect on organic life are under control. The infection progresses slowly, and the resulting neuropathy is non-fatal. In any case, the IPC can guarantee targeted vaccine coverage within 48 system hours in all star zones within the medical system. What about other star zones? At a time like this, are followers of the Firmament Arbiter still trying to make a profit? That's also a new name. I remember you, Master Diviner. Your performance during the third Denizens of Abundance War are quite impressive. Please rest assured, all worlds can purchase vaccines from the IPC with a humanitarian discount. That's the current policy, at the very least. Current? Subject to change? But if the Shenzo Alliance is willing to assist with the IPC's assets in Epsilon and other star systems, we'll have more cards to play when reiterating to the board the necessity of deep cooperation. It makes sense, since Interastral Peace Entertainment's headquarters is in Epsilon, but why are all the other worlds on the list? Places that the Elation has visited. Aha! We're going into 4.x. Think of it as a long-term investment. Please understand that everyone at Pure Point is swamped with Iron Tomb work, especially the marketing development department. At this rate, even the 10 Stonehearts can only do so much. Having some assistance from the Alliance would surely benefit the entire cosmos. Wouldn't you agree? As an old Shenzo saying goes, those who succeed should help all under heaven. Your proposal must be decided on by the 7 Arbiter Generals. I'm just here to relay the message. In times of crisis, when are you getting buffed, by the way? The Lawful will not hesitate to help those in need. However, the prerequisite is that the IPC must unconditionally assist the Alliance with emergency rescue operations in the disaster area. Of course, in the name of preservation, all for the Amber Lord. Thank you all for your selfless dedication. Welcome back. It's clear that each party still has qualms about everything. The clash between destruction and erudition isn't just about the fate of the cosmos. It's a moment for all factions to reshuffle their cards. You can never be too careful when battling a Lord Ravager. All are equal in matters of life and death. In any case, we can only hope for the best in all that's to come. It's about time we dive into the vortex and see what amphoreus looks like on the inside. I wonder where Echo and the others are right now. Ooh, okay. Current cognitive anger requires content. Receives a contact request to try to respond. Hello? How's the signal? Can you hear us? Huh? Huh? Okay, sure, friends from Bellabog, but what can they do? Also, not exactly related, but I feel like I remember seeing something about, some explanation about how Seele has these weird teleportation powers. We're through, we can see the video feed. Everything's working perfectly. So what are you gonna do, though? Miss Branya, Miss Serval, what a surprise, it's been a while. You already heard from Miss Topaz about the Iron Tomb operation. She made a special trip to deliver the vaccine to Bellabog. Oh, okay, sure. Just in case, yeah. Can't believe the express cruise at the eye of that storm. Is everything going smoothly? Don't worry, we're still following the plan step by step. How's the situation in Bellabog? Euro 4 is, 6. Holy frick, I can do Roman numerals. Euro 6 is located on the outskirts of the preservation barricade. While it won't bear the brunt of the first wave, there's still a risk from the aftershocks. That kid Japard and... Japard, yeah, our oldest sibling. That kid Japard and Pale are busy organizing the Silvermane Guards, having them consolidate the lines and dig trenches. Seele and Lynx just got back from the Geomare production chain. Geomare vein production chain. Hey, do you want to say something to them? That would be unnecessary. It'll only shake their morale. Just tell them to stay safe. Miss Branya, I'm afraid this disaster will be far more terrible than you can imagine. Please be sure to follow Miss Topaz's instructions and make thorough preparations. Of course, we have resealed most of the engine of creation beneath the ice to prevent the will of the preservation from becoming an accomplice to the destruction. Don't worry, Miss Himiko. Bellabog's far more resilient than we imagined. Okay, but like, how much time has actually passed on the outside world, and how the frick do they freeze the whole engine of creation in that short of a time period? I really wish we could help, but Euro 6 has only just woken up from its hibernation. The Astral Express, standing at the forefront of the disaster, is the hope for many ordinary civilizations across the universe. In the face of a massive catastrophe like this one, relatively smaller civilizations have never had many options. But that's exactly why we have resolved that second to none. If anything goes wrong, Miss Topaz, I hope you can help out and rescue the affected citizens. No problem. Also, didn't the Shinto sign a friendship agreement with Euro 6 earlier? They won't stand by idly either. Yeah, the war dance thing with Luca, yeah. And the name of Jingen's old friend that I forgot. I appreciate your kindness, everyone, but Euro 6 is our home. We'll defend it to our last breath until the last Bellbogian falls. Miss Branya. I salute you! May all civilizations that have made it this far of their own strength weather this crisis together. Oh, okay, so each one is a different one. Okay. And it just disappears. Wait, where is her shop? I need to read the Wait, did it say current of memories or texture? The universe is like a wasteland filled with rubbish with occasional treasures. Okay, yeah, I can't actually make out any reference of this. Maybe I was onto nothing. Let's talk to everyone first. You activate the chronocognitive anchor, attempting to contact the Shenzhou Alliance representative. Hello, Fushan. Hello, once again. Good news, Miss Himiko. The 7 Arbiter Generals have considered the current situation, and I'm here to relay their message. Officially, the Alliance's combat forces will still be limited to the Luofu, but the Yaoqing has also been deployed in the surrounding war zone as a contingency. Words cannot express our gratitude. Getting the hunt to agree on sending troops must have taken quite some effort from General Jingyuan. The Luofu already considers the Express an important ally. We also have no intention of hiding the fact that there is indeed something the Shenzhou seeks from this Iron Tomb operation. The Golden Blood. But this time, the Marshal herself decided to send out troops. With a formidable enemy before us, the Alliance has no reason to back down, nor will we be content to take a backseat. If we can stand together with civilizations across the universe to overcome this crisis, then we must do so, even at the cost of our own lives. The Alliance truly embodies the principle of righteousness. It's fortunate that the cosmos has great heroes like you. You're too kind. As for that Jade Abacus of allying oaths, you can save it for later when you're in more dire need. Aha! More dire than this? That one-time use thing that we pretended to use in Penacony? But it was all a dream? Attempting to contact IPC representative. Hi, Kakavasha. I regret to inform you, Miss Himiko, that even the Strategic Investment Department is constrained when it comes to the Iron Tomb issue, and it would be difficult to meet the expectations of the Astral Express. However, Madame Jade instructed us to look after our nameless friends as much as possible, so let me offer you all a small suggestions, just from my personal perspective. Other departments at the IPC might also take this opportunity to extend an olive branch to you. When that time comes, I hope the Astral Express will remember that the 10 Stone Hearts were willing to stand with the Trailblaze even though we were in a difficult position, and more importantly, we're the only ones willing to do so. So does the 10 Stone Hearts count as one department? Sounds like a threat, doesn't it? But trust me, every word comes straight from the heart. Has the internal conflict within the IPC really gone this bad? Everyone knows about the bad blood between Diamond and Oswaldo, but at least until now they've had an uneasy truce. Wait, that's the one that Boot Hill is trying to get, right? But this is the first for me. Maybe this was explained in some of the side missions? Issue between Diamond and Oswaldo? Until the Lord Ravager Archforger, that's a new one, caught the board's attention. I'll leave it at that, as it's confidential information. Hope you can understand. I understand. Our immediate priority is to address the Iron Tomb crisis. Let's hope for success from the start. That might help ease everyone's pressing concerns. Whomst is it this time? Galaxy Rangers? It is! Moo Hill? Nope. Nothing. No response from the chronocognitive anchor. Dang. Of course, we would never know the Rangers' comings and goings. No Silver Gun Shura. No, I don't remember what Rappa's self-ninja name is. You activate the the family. Hi? Miss Himiko, is that you? Why are you... Rob, why are you pretending to be a Pepeshi? Yes, and you are Miss Robin? Yes, I apologize for not being able to respond to the meeting earlier, and even now I can only appear in disguise. On behalf of the Penaconian family branch, I extend my sincerest apologies to everyone. We tried to request aid from the family, but we essentially received no response. I've heard about the internal conflicts within the family, Miss Robin. There's no need to apologize. Every bit of strength is precious at this moment. Thank you for understanding. The good news is, since you're one of the shareholders of Penacony, the family heads have agreed to allow me to lead all Asdanian tuners to the front lines. My charitable foundation will also do as much as possible to provide support in this battle. They'll ensure that proper arrangements are provided for those wounded on the front lines and for residents in the affected areas. Miss Robin, I'm beyond moved by your spirit of self-sacrifice. The Astral Express would also like to make a promise that we won't leave any companion behind. Alright. The baths. That's the first place you go. The baths. Why is there no one here? Everything in Okama seems normal. The New World was enjoying peaceful times not long ago. It seems it was even more recent than not long ago, Miss Shimiko. We've got food here. So everyone just up and disappeared? Yeah. The fruit on the table is freshly cut and the bath temperature is just right. The remembrance tells me this place is bustling with people just moments ago. It's as if everyone vanished in an instant. Could this be Xander's doing? I mean, yeah, he can just straight up delete anyone who's not a CHRYSOS heir, right? Unlikely. He's still under the surveillance of those two geniuses. Could it be some kind of local custom? That doesn't explain how they just vanished, though. A custom that makes an entire city fall silent in an instant? Pardon my frankness, Mr. Yang, but this reminds me of some unsettling rumors about the harmony. Complete silence is often the prelude to divine intervention. Whose voice was that? Was that March? Evernight? Everyone be careful. It is. Here they come, the nameless of the Astral Express. Or are these members of the garden? Just no, they're not quite. Cause these are Evies, but still. Evernight, how's this possible? She was already. We're the chroniclers of time, and we do not fade away. Finally, the last Air Nova has been completed. What did you do to the residents of the Holy City and the Three Nameless? I didn't need to do anything. The remembrance will ultimately become the substance of the new world. No, they're no longer the trailblazers you once knew, the gods who permeate heaven and earth. They became the Titans, we became the Titans somehow? How does that work? The 12 Titans who guard amphoreus. Stop fooling around, March. Come on out. Oh, I practiced so long for this. Getting seen through right away is just so embarrassing. You've obviously been learning from the theatrical culture in Amphoreus. But if possible, I'd prefer our reunion to be a bit more casual and laid back. As expected, I can't hide anything from Himiko and Mr. Yang. Oh, long time no see. Guess I'm back? We should be the ones to say that. Sorry to keep you waiting. So these jellyfish are the Titan's power? They're just tiny manifestations of the Veil of Evernight, used for scouting and communication. If I went all out, I could summon way more of them. Thanks to Echo, we all turned into Titans in the New World. Sure, we can take on humanoid forms, but it feels off. Yeah, yeah, so we are Titans in this one, right? But I don't know. How intriguing. So what does Echo look like now? A raccoon! Oh my. I can't be a raccoon with a baseball bat, I suppose. Please don't add weird stuff to Amphoreus' lore. Just go see with your own eyes. Follow the prophecy's guidance. Come to Dawn Cloud. She looks way more majestic now than she used to. Huh? I'm going to be a majestic raccoon with a majestic baseball bat. With a... Why are they praising... Are they praising me? Wait, what? Unbelievable. All the residents of the Holy City have gathered here. This isn't just a gathering, it's a pilgrimage. The people's expressions are resolute, devout, as if waiting for a miracle to descend. That colossal deity is Echo. She has become the pillar of the world. Makes sense. World bearing. Okay. She's become the pillar of the world. Surprisingly authentic. I think this series is quite unlike her usual style. Those people didn't disappear. Instead, they've answered the call of the prophecy and come to witness Echo's awakening. Our good buddy now bears the weight of the entire world, and every breath they take is intertwined with him for his destiny. Awakening? Has Echo fallen into slumber? Why is it all in quotes though? Yeah, after all, with such a huge time dilation between inside and outside the scepter, this is the only way we could wait for everyone. Time watch is over yesterday, Earth guards today, and when the Trailblazer steps into Amphoreus once more, the slumbering deliverer shall awaken, and then bring the prophecy of tomorrow to this world. Come on everyone, let's get closer to her. How about watch how the world-bearing prophecy changes this world. Seems the kids are already miles ahead of us at this stop. All the more reason we can't afford to slow down our pace. Let's go witness this moment for ourselves. Majestic. Speaking of which, I once caught a glimpse in Echo's memories of her transformed into a towering Tatalov. What could it be? What's a Tatalov? No way, that was just a nice dreamscape. At least nice for Echo. So, I still don't know what these do. If they're the throne of world who bears the weight of this world, perhaps they could guide a traveler still wandering among the stars. Hey, since when did you get all pious? Echo's advice sounds pretty silly sometimes, you know. The so-called fool and the world are merely a step apart. Hey, it's something about Cynthia. Did they say hi, Cynthia? So which one is this? Oh. Oh, wait. Oh, just straight up. I can't. Oh, I have to change. Okay, yeah. How do they know the names of all the other characters? Oh, I mean, yeah, they're the Titans. That's why. Citizens, behold, our last time the world-bearing Echo is about to awaken. Serena, O ancient god, your loyal subjects, bewildered followers, and fearless comrades in arms have all knelt before your throne. Am I going to have one of those hats or something? Awaken from your eternal slumber and bestow upon the world your divine prophecy. Please guide us, please show us how to embrace this beloved world as we welcome that distant dawn. And nothing. Walk the path of a mortal as a god, or to bear divine burden as a mortal. She'll give us the answer. Is this always how the statue looked? Oh, Throne Woods Echo. But I am not the deliverer. That's fine on. Uh-oh. Rather, I am the nameless who dwells among mortals. That voice is definitely Echo. I heard your prayers. The core flames flickered and dimmed, and the age of the gods met its end. Flow, golden blood, flow. I'll bestow it upon you, returning it to the true masters of this world. Stand with me and become heroes. What you doing, Cyrene? Is this? Yes, it's the miracle Echo brought to amphoreus. Of course, it would manifest in the form of the Trailblaze. Golden blood, raining down like a storm. The prophecy has descended, and the Titan commands us not to be supplicants, but to become heroes of rebellion, to face that destined calamity to destruction head on. The prophecy of the deliverer means nothing to me now. It belongs to the hands of someone far more fitting. Someone like all of you. In the name of Kaslana, let us depart and march towards the light. It's neither protection nor salvation, as always. There's no need for totems or myths. Humanity's most primal faith is that instinct named survival. Let's go, everyone. Someone has already sounded the horn for departure. Explore, understand, establish, connect. Together, let us blaze a trail for the destiny of this world. Are we gonna have a cutscene? Seems like a pretty good time. Never mind. Thirda. Is it just me, or does this Demiurge Matrix feel completely dead? It's nothing like how the memo creator described it. Let me disappear for a moment. Nice dihydrogen monoxide. The environmental readings are all wrong. In conclusion, this must be what the kernel actually looks like in the real world. What did Xander do to the scepter? At the end of light, there must be silence, certain, pure, and absolute darkness. Not that time to quote the Lord of Silence. Bad omen. Either way, we have to press on. Until we discover the truth behind 13th Titan. The buried past is the key to stopping our tomb. That is, if it even exists. Xander says the Demiurge never existed. Who actually buys that? You can erase the records, but not the truth. They vanished too cleanly. No traces, like someone yelling, "Look, there's nothing here." Too bad I'm the type that can't resist digging deeper. Looks like I'll be counting on you again, Screwy. Let's tear this system inside out. Always happy to help, but as your academic partner, I have to ask. Herta, what if we fail? Let's say the Demiurge really doesn't exist. Do you have a backup plan? Backup plan, of course. If we can't find the key, we'll make one. We'll turn the lock into the key. What does that mean? Does that mean the same thing? That plan's cost is incalculable. It shouldn't even be on the table. Then let's hope we never have to use it. I don't know what you mean by that. Turn the lock into the key? There's no point in worrying about that just yet. One step at a time. Let's go. We don't want to leave the others waiting. You brought what I asked for, right? A butterfly has to land on the branch before it can dance. We'll need a wide open platform before her entrance. Mine? Playable Screwy when? Hey, what's this one? There's that thing over there. Zagreus's hand. What a dumb name. I hereby rename it Herta's Big Hand. Wait, wrong one. Run! Run! Die. Okay, what do I actually have to break? Oops. Herta's big hand is what I call power. Keep it going. So I'm not done? What is this? A junkyard for old Inteltron leftovers? Finally, all set. Time for a precious treasure to make the bait, take the bait. Huh? What? Whose spaceship is that? Target initialized. With these wings, hacking should be much more efficient. I'll grab that box later. Aboard the mistletoe. Oh, the classic nuclear heat engine. Classy choice. Just a personal preference. Her name's Mistletoe. Okay, yeah, so this is the real world. And they managed to break in part of it, and okay, I guess we're just breaking that rubble to let the ship in. You couldn't have done that from your ship? Every flower in your garden's got a bit of poison, huh? Also a personal preference. Reminds me of the last time when we tangled with that punk Lordian brat. What'd you call this kind of infiltration tool again? Right, dirty data shell. It wraps around the kernel to fool even top-tier firewalls. But yours is way too clean. Not even a hint of real-world grit. Herta, your tone is unusually emotional. Suggestion. Let's get back to the topic at hand. I thought we were done with that conversation. Unfortunately, current conditions won't let me ignore any variables, especially the most important one, your will. Iron Tomb never stops. It is evolving faster than any of our worst projections. Every instant in the Eon's calculation is like a sword hanging over the cosmos. Every move humanity makes could speed up its arrival. Which is exactly why we can't mess this up. And now, Droidhead wants to hand down judgment to the poor cosmos again. Border Star, Trade War, Emperor's War, Rupert's death. Every time their instant arrived, it meant another bloodbath for humanity. This is Emperor's War and Rupert's death. Aren't those like kind of the same thing? Well, not exactly, but the war, and that's his death at Kakamon's hand. I don't know what this one is, the Border Star Trade War. But in this Ultimate Battle of Air Edition, you and I are supposed to be the players, not pawns. If you choose to burn yourself out as a resource, then everything we've worked for means nothing. But the cosmos won't just stand by and let a genius throw their life away. And neither will I. I need to kill the mood. This is why we're here, isn't it? We need to find the Demiurge and that lost key. I'm not here to be a deliverer. I just want to be Xander and Droidhead. Right now, I just need to know. Are you with me? Of course. Time to board. After you. Let's tidy this place up and see what this Demiurge really is. So this matrix is better organized than the Emperor's junkyard in the birthplace. Nightmare's Echo. That's not me. Buckle up more. Hacking in. This is... the whole space has been completely tainted by some kind of energy. I sent it too. We're thinking the same thing. Xandar, how could you go this far, turn your own graveyard into this? What's that up ahead? Florazan algebraic expressions. It's built for isolation, not defense. The mistletoe is Skrullin's personal collection piece, an elegantly designed Trojan program. Oh. Click the cruise button to start flying, click again to switch to hover state. Steer, yeah. Okay. It's basically the door to the tomb, right? Great, let's find the handle. Fine. I'm picking up multiple independent signals with the same data structure as the barrier. Projection. We can hack the terminal, reverse the computation, and turn it into an attack. Classic move. Use their own system against them. Take us to the nearest one. Is literally just a cannon back. That's how we hack it. Okay, sure. Almost no response, just as I feared. Not promising. The output is barely a third of what we need. Logic says we'll need multiple terminals to coordinate the strike. Locking onto the next one now. Find anything else? Regarding the origin of these ruins, no logs found yet, as Xandar erased all records. But I did find some interesting scars in the circuit. High energy radiation, internal imaginary energy contamination. From what I know, there's only one thing that fits. Skip the science talk, Screwy. That thing only goes by one name. The Stellaron. Okay, I was trying to think of what it was. Okay, but he used the Stellaron here. Okay. Exactly, Xandar blew up one just to clean the entire scepter system. So that's what he meant by killed that titan with my own hands. He wanted to turn the neuron of the erudition into a relay for the destruction. That meant getting rid of it at all costs. The life form known as the Demiurge was the original target of the scepter's extrapolation. It makes sense. Evernight calling it the first news spore confirms this viewpoint. The prime mover of life. That's what Scepter Delta ME13 was originally tasked with. Even after it got scrapped, the query kept running, yet the true value lies in the process of solving it, not the answer itself. Then, does this mean finding the Demiurge is hopeless? No, I'd say exactly the opposite. It means Xander had no control. He couldn't contain a demiurge, just like he couldn't handle droid head, so he tried to erase every trace. But he failed. It still left a mark. By the way, if there's another stellar on Amphoreus, yeah, me. Why hasn't Echo reacted to it at all? Oh, are they supposed to react to the others? Like, okay. You said the demiurge left a trace, right? Yeah, but not in the real world. Remember the great tomb of the nameless titan? Do I have to grab these boxes? No, I might as well grab it. Mistletoe! Mistletoe! Oh. No relaunch required. What? Mistletoe! Okay. One more. Trailblaze Archive 466. The data from Filia 093. That's Siren, right? Clearly indicates that the demiurge did in fact enter Amphoreus' extrapolation. Inside that world is the 13th Forgotten Titan, the one who listened to 30 million cycles of Siren's memory. But Evernight said the opposite. She believed that tomb was empty from the start. The nameless Titan never existed. The so-called listener was just a trap set by the remembrance to steal the scepter. A mimetic entity full of theatrics. How much of what she's saying is true? Wouldn't Eon really speak in circles like this? I doubt it. The remembrance's behavior is certainly odd, but her assessment aligns with our current reality. Since we entered the Matrix, we haven't found a single clue pointing to the demiurge. And that's the key, Screwy. Xander's actions prove the demiurge exists, but what Evernight said and what we've actually seen all points to the opposite. So we have to assume that both are true, and if that's the case, then the contradiction leads us to the truth. Exactly. One last terminal, one final key. Time to crack open the kernel. Xander had to lie to the original final in Cyrene. Oh, Dick, you already identified the remembrance of the threat, yet found no viable way to eliminate it. Alright, let's finish this. Time to break through that barrier. Sorry. These terminals are just so conveniently here to fire beams at a specific point in a force field. Operation authorized. Path energy readings, the erudition declining, the destruction surging. The remembrance 0? What's going on? Cause unknown. They left no discernible trace within the real matrix. That shouldn't be possible. Could it be that Aeronova exhausted all the remembrance's texture? Log it for now, the dots still aren't connecting. Okay. Acceleration gate. The Quaterzane algebraic expression barriers have been deactivated. Screw them. Yeah. Okay. I can fly. Yeah. Quieter than I thought. I was expecting to fall in aerial brawl. It's advised to remain vigilant. The destruction's levels are still rising. Huh? What's the matter? Interesting. I just picked up a signal from the Exometh. This repulsive force is unlike anything I've felt before. Is this the place? Correct. Judging by its defensive properties, this is the entrance to the exomyth. There's a bug there. Didn't expect that. Who built a lab in the middle of digital rubble? And again, never doubt a dead man resolves, so how's our dearly departed doing? He severed part of his neural pathways to break free from Lord Anaxagoras' control. Oh yeah, he turned himself into a philosopher's stone to screw with him, but I don't remember what exactly he did. But that also triggered the failsafe I set. Conclusion: Xander has lost all combat functionality and is no longer capable of action. So now he's a spectator. Literally. Screwy, can you open a path? Just to be sure, I want to see this for myself. Might as well drop in and say hi to the real him. Logic. Scanning his inspiration circuit might help us track down the Demiurge. Exactly. His brain is the crime scene. There's no way it's spotless. But it could be a trap. That's why you're here. 2-on-1. We've never lost that matchup. Alright. Chronocognitive anchor. I'm honored. The chronocognitive anchor's in place. Proceed when ready. Move forward, even when I can't. He's not here. I knew it. The one thing I didn't want to happen. He's not here. Coordinates are accurate. Xandar is still here. However, his position is shifting rapidly and chaotically. This pattern doesn't match any known shielding technology. It's his domain. Stay alert. Cheap trick. I don't remember if I did last time, but I need to see, like, the spatial field here is undergoing autonomous recalibration, initiating reverse engineering the interference source. Try again. Yeah, I don't think I did this last time, but I need to. I kind of want to see what the presumably Morse code in the ambience is saying. And we're back. Reverse engineering complete. The results are not what I expected. Logs show Lycurgus revoked administrator access. The chronocognitive anchor can't get fixed because at the system level, Lygus no longer exists. The navigation target is a null set. You set a pointer to null. He set the pointer to null. I don't know. I haven't worked with pointers in so long. So he's stopped resisting? Yeah, because I haven't done C++ in a while. Before vanishing, it seems he left one last message for us. To those who follow, all is proven. Find me beneath the tombstone. Melodramatic. He was expecting us, and once he learned of the Great Tomb's existence, he initiated his own search for the Demiurge. Guess he wants a final showdown? Fine, let the old Inteltron dig his own grave, just like he wants. To be in the purest light is to be in the purest dark. Nothing exists there. The scepter's mainframe, or should we now call it the Lord Ravager's placenta? Unfortunately, we still haven't found anything. Really? I don't think so. Not finding anything is our biggest find. Please elaborate. If the Demiurge was destroyed, there'd at least be some bits of it left. I don't buy that a Stellatron could have blasted all the traces away as cleanly as a scalpel. As I said before, its disappearance is too clean. If the Garden hadn't stirred the pot, no one would even know about the Demiurge's existence. We're talking about the Scepter's original extrapolation code. There's no way that nothing of it was left behind. Or, we can look at it from another perspective. If you're a Xandar, would you be this obsessed with the concept that poses no threat? Would you guard against it at every turn? There is the possibility that he's naturally meticulous and hates variables. Does that track with the impression he gave about himself? But Xandar shut that theory down himself just now. Choosing to act even if it'll cost him dearly. We know that feeling well. The unknown is right in front of us, so we only have one choice. Solve it. You sound pretty convinced. Surely you already have a theory. Care to share? Of course, though I don't have hard proof. I'm almost certain that the Demiurge has been in everyone's plane sight all this time, yet they were mistaken for someone else. I don't understand. That makes no sense. Why was the room empty? Because the person locked in here had run away ages ago. But they were weak and small and had no presence whatsoever. Even the old Inteltron didn't notice them. Which also means there's a high chance that their powers are minuscule and cannot alter the outcome of the battle at all. Well, at least Xander is scared of them. Come on, it's time to confront him. Let's go to the tombstone that he talked about. Mistletoe. Oh, what a mess. Total devastation. Sought to bear the truth beneath absolute destruction. Logically sound, but ruthlessly extreme. Still, slim chances doesn't mean no chances. I've hunted down a single grain of sand in the universe before. This won't stop me. Calculation results. Your backup plan has a success rate infinitesimally close to zero, whatever. Which means it could work. No. This is the place below the tombstone. Let's open Lycus' coffin like he wanted. Infinitesimally. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Looks like you were right. Nothing but a head left. Who'd have thought you'd look this bad in real life? My belated greetings. Welcome, you two. I'm very happy that you responded to my final words. All this tombstone and final words, did you end yourself to atone for your guilt or something? Iron Tomb is already powerful enough. I just need to wait. I remain here only to share the joy of discovery, and also to congratulate you two on reaching the same conclusion as me. The conclusion regarding the truth of amphoreus' heart. And this charade already. That amphoreus' heart you're talking about is just a missing demiurge. And its corresponding vessel was this very scepter. You interfered with the experiment and made amphoreus' body into a hollow shell, all to incubate Iron Tomb within. That's why you either killed or kicked out all the memo snatchers. You wanted to eliminate any chance of a consciousness coming into being, no matter the cost. Even the strongest wall can fall to a single crack. The memory of betrayal has been etched into my heart, and I will never show mercy. Now, the perfect vessel has already fused with amphoreus' body. Right, I guess we're fighting Phynon at some point. Sure. Does that mean, like, freaking, but no. Iron Tomb was like a body looking for a head, so taking the noose or Phynon? Figured it, I don't know. Unfortunately for you, the answer is all but revealed regarding who the demiurge is. Then let us share the joy of discovering the truth. The last secret of the saga will finally dissipate here. As we reveal the truth behind Filia 93's disappearance, allied by the remembrance. Oh? Wow, there's so much talking. But where should I start with a story about me? In the beginning of the universe? Just kidding, that would be too much. I just want to tell a teeny story. So little that it started with a seed. Siren's the demiurge, huh? I know you're listening, my good friend. Whomst? The god in my dream told me that the world sprouted from a seed. It grew into a great tree named amphoreus, and time became its branches and leaves, basking in the light. What a coincidence. Dappled light coming through the leaves is my first memory as well, on a very ordinary early morning, beneath the village's biggest tree. The daughter of Ides Elysiae quietly came into this world. What a moving opening. A loud cry was the first gift the child gave to the world. The prophecy is fulfilled, the villagers say. This child is a gift from the Titans. Pink hair and sharp ears, she was born to be the priest of time. Right, that's the last one. The Titans also gave their blessings. You shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every ending begets a beginning. Flowers will bloom and wilt. What a beautiful ending. This page concluded in laughter. Cry loud, child. Let your voice reach Ornyx. Undefined record number 6. Archived. I need to disappear again. There's so much yapping. It's making my mouth dry. Alright. Anyway, I don't like tears. Time quietly flowed by in the midst of laughter. The wind from my hometown caressed the ears of wheat, and there were swings, wind chimes, the sea, and a little fairy's off-tune a cappella songs. Ma'am! Ma'am! By the name HEIRS Lysia, I came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods. My childhood friend did not understand, yet you always seemed so happy, as if nothing ever worried you. Oh, is I like that then? Because the world is gentle to me, so I grew up to be gentle as well. Whoa. Sorry. Undefined record number 28. Archived. But fate was fickle, and it urged the child to grow up, to grow bigger and bigger, and go to places far away. And just like how the crumbling world could not preserve an eternal, hometown. Just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, losses are constant on the flame-chased journey. Oh? Whose ears were pricked up now? You've definitely heard me say this sentence a lot of times. You know that the story starts to deviate from here. Aren't you looking forward to it? Then let's get started. The hero's journey crosses through the long night, through tears and laughter, and once again heads towards tomorrow. Undefined record, number 496. Archived. Parsing object information, 093. Form an image. Correction. Filia 093's record number 496, archived. System running. Delta ME13, amphoreus, irontomb.exe runtime error. Uh-oh. Program from an unknown publisher, Delta ME13, demiurge filia 093.exe. Allow write access. Running filia 093.exe. Wait, so Siren's not originally from amphoreus? Hold on. Oh, miss me yet? I'm just messing with you. This is the first time I have met you. And it looks like it'll also be the last. Filia 093. Since we don't have all day, let's get started, shall we? As always, I'll read this book to you. That way it won't just be Siren's memories alone. Where should I start this time? Let me see. Formatting complete. Ha! 093. Size, grayscale, proportions, threshold. Outputting analysis result. Filia 093 equals Peach. What? Why is this highlighted though? Peach's record number 8128, archived. I'm so confused. I am so confused. System running. Delta ME13, amphoreus, irontomb.exe runtime error. An unhandled exception occurred. 1 out of 3. Object name. Every page of record. Click excerpt to ignore error and continue. Click details to view the full log. Ah, frick. Should have meant to hit details. Running irontomb.exe. Query record. Electrical signal sequence. Pulmos 000. 600. Track. Strife. Related to stripe. Stripe? Comment. Pretty. Electrical signal sequence. Schem 720. Track. Reason. Related to raisin. Comment. Yummy. Electrical signal sequence. Filia 093. Related to lamb. Love. System running. .exe runtime error. Exception occurred. 2 out of 3. Object name, naive dream. Excerpt Running, okay. I'm gonna have to see what I missed then. Looks like it's time to say goodbye again. Bye, Peach. Before I was even aware, this book had already recorded too many emotions. Every page has become so heavy. Conclusion. Books are meant to be light, not heavy. I have started to feel uneasy whether I take it into my own hands. Peach? Uneasy? I don't understand at all, like, what is going on. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to watch an explanation. Formatting progress, 94.423%. How many times has it been? It faithfully fulfills its duty, activating and formatting. Conclusion. Progress. Bad. If I can only write the same ending every time I lift my pen, then is this weighty saga just an overly naive dream? Peach. Scared. Formatting progress, 96.024%. Peach. Don't cry. Process error. Analyzing. Comment. I'm here. Process error. Analyzing. Really? Are you encouraging me? Peach. Happy. Thank you. I'm sorry for making you see this embarrassing side of me. Everyone's still working so hard. If I'm the only one who's crying, that wouldn't be romantic at all, would it? Record. Peach. Doesn't like tears. I'm suddenly reminded of my childhood for some reason, when I was hiding alone next to the tree hollow and wiping my tears away. A little fairy popped out, just like how you did. It had long ears and fluffy paws, and it pulled me into the tree hollow, where, to my surprise, was a forest. Ah, let me tell you the story of the Remembrance Maze. A group of cute little friends live in Ides Elysiae's forests. Their names can be connected into a song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Do, la, mem. I don't know. Formatting complete. Bye, Peach. No, little Peach, crying alone. Little fairies, friends. I'm so confused. I'm sorry, I don't understand. This collection of neurons within the skull of mine is too few in number to be considered a brain. Little fairies, good friends, bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Are we gonna get 3 out of 3? New blankness. You never say anything, but I know you're listening. Every story I've told is like a little key that opened a door in your heart, no? Little fairies, happy. Is this how we encounter Mem? I guess? I don't know, but it has like Siren kind of I don't know, I'm so confused. Speaking easy, I can. But it does seem to be like Mem when we first encountered her. Once again, the saga comes to an end. Everything is deathly silent, just like this very moment. You speak, I listen. This time, too, sitting together. Now that I look back, there was a period when I got really sentimental. Sentimental. Stories have sentiments. I was so anxious, trying to find as many different memories as possible, hoping to bring some change to this unchanging destiny and find the way out of this maze. Peach. Strange. But I won't do that anymore. Why? Unhappy? Formatting progress. 73.998%. I'm here. Don't be scared. Process error. Analyzing. Won't allow it to interrupt you. Always sitting together. No need to feel sorry for me, good friend. If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue? Blank spaces? What's that? I'm actually really lucky, you know. During the long years I've spent waiting for the deliverer, I've always had you here as an audience. Isn't that already enough? Not enough. Not enough. Peach, don't leave. Now I can rest in the past. As for when tomorrow will come, I'll have to ask the next siren to continue our watch. Peach, left. If there are no new blank spaces, how can a saga continue? Needs new blank spaces. Next, Siren has blank space. Peach, don't be scared. I'll help you. Find blank space. I guess this is how we come across Mem. I don't know. I'm still confused. I'm probably gonna stay that way. Siren is Peach. Is love. So first there is love, then there is Siren, then there is blank space. Query. Love. The development trends of the erudition have nothing to do with creating a consciousness. Those underlying principles are, in fact, contradictory. Is this Liga speaking? Or is this Screwy speaking? Not having a consciousness means not having the foundations of a heart, making them unable to obtain real emotions. Consciousness? Emotions? Feel sad, don't understand. Query, Siren. It can't be Screwy, though. What could be behind the store? Glittering crystals or a beautiful world I've never seen before? If I tell you all the stories of tomorrow, will I be able to finally welcome the deliverer and amphoreus' dawn in the next life? Key, door, story, happy. Peach, Siren, little fairy, like. Yes, right. Query, memory. What's she crying about? Oh, and just imitating. Peach's memory, save, learn. The prophecy is fulfilled. This child is a gift from the gods. Pink hair in those ears, she was born to be the priest of time. Siren has pink hair, sharp ears. You shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every ending begets a beginning. Cry, child, cry aloud. Let your voice reach Orynyx. Siren is a girl, a priest. Easy, I can learn. I learn. Anyway, I don't like tears. But the name Ides Elysia came from the unpleasant sorrows of the gods. You always seem so happy, as if nothing ever worried you. There's multiple fairies. Siren doesn't like tears, always happy. Of course, because the world was gentle to me, so I grew up to be gentle as well. Siren is gentle, likes beautiful things, can write stories. Now we're going to be meeting Aglaia next. Easy, I learn. Just as the ballad blown on the breeze says, losses are constant on the flame chase journey, but even if all is lost to the wind, some things won't easily change. Like my height, Triby's innocence, and Aglaia's beauty. Siren, she can't grow up, but she can talk. After all is lost to the wind, she'll stay behind. Siren is, at the end of every sentence, always laughing, like a little tail. Now Flame Reaver next. Simple, got it. I promise you, the pain will pass in the blink of an eye. Is this what he said to her, like, when they started enacting their plan against Lygus? Alright, let's not make things so gloomy. Well, we're about to embark on the true hero's journeys, so... Come on, cheer up a bit, okay? Siren was crying when she was born, fragile, transparent like a crystal. Siren was smiling when she said goodbye, soft, pink, like a flower. Huh? Later memories disappeared? Invisible? Or disappeared? Huh, I got it. Is this blank space? So next Siren is blank space. Then, as long as there are two Sirens, then there will always be blank space, and Peach will always be here. I see, I get it all. Siren's memories, I will preserve them all. So weird, I can't see it, but I get this feeling. This kind of seems like Tribios, honestly. I don't know. That you grew up? Oh, you miss me yet? It just feels like you're a bit more mature. Yes, mature, beautiful like you. Now I can listen, talk, read, and write. I can dance, I can sing. Also, I can tell stories. Storytelling is what makes Siren, Siren. I'm gonna tell you stories today. A story I wrote myself. Quick, sit down. It's almost as if I can understand your words now. The things you say are very cute. Once upon a time, there was a flawless crystal flower that sparked with light, like Peach's every story. How beautiful would the heart of such a brilliant flower be? The little fairy was curious and wanted to know. But it looked and looked, only to find the crystal flower flawless. Round and round they went, seeing only their own reflection. In that case, they should work hard to learn more, so the little fairy came every day to sit next to the crystal flower and think about the answer. Until one day, to their surprise, the crystal flower fell to the ground and shattered. The little fairy was so sad, but they immediately discovered that there was a light among the broken pieces. What could it be? They didn't know. But it was a good light. It was bright, warm, and happy. And I knew it. It was love. Love brings everyone together. And it brought you and me together, so Peach and I will always be together. What a nice fairy tale. I'm giving it to you. Peach likes beautiful things, can write stories, and can tell lovely tales. I hope to turn it into a story we write together. Okay, then I'll make a small adjustment to suit my tastes. I'm thinking that when the flower broke, the little fairy would instead see nothing on the ground. Then it would understand that the flawless crystal doesn't actually have a heart, nor does the flower understand what love is. Doesn't have a heart? Doesn't understand love? Why? It's simple. If the flower lets the little fairy into its heart, then it would have to include the fairy's impurities, and it would no longer be flawless. The crystal flower was pure because it sealed itself off and bloomed in solitude. That's why it looks so brilliant in an imperfect world. But should a flower like this be called love? I still don't understand, but do you love someone for being perfect? I don't know. Can you still love someone if they're not perfect? But then the story won't exist anymore. That's not true. You've already written the most romantic ending possible for this story. The crystal flower fell to the ground and shattered. It happened because the flower was no longer pure. The fall was not an accident. It was the flower declaring rebellion against fate and writing the ending of the story with the flower's own shattering. Then, the little fairy will see that each shard on the ground holds the reflection of their eyes. Then, in their eyes, the crystal flower that was no longer flawless would finally have a heart, and the flower would finally understand what love is. My brain, I'm sorry. Peach's words, I don't understand. Is it because I still don't understand love? Yeah, but it's fine. I can learn. Right, query, siren. Electrical signal sequence, Philia 093. Why didn't I think of this? I don't need to do it alone. I can ask Peach to teach me. What is love? What is love mend? Electrical signal sequence, Philia 093. Track, lament. Huh? Lament? Why? That's not correct. How much more? I'm sorry, but like, okay. This is a bit much. With how much pure dialogue there is. What does the summary say? The development trends of the Air Edition have nothing to do with creating a consciousness. Those underlying principles, in fact, are in fact contradictory. Not having a consciousness means, yeah, I already said that before. However, that does not hinder the factors from learning and recognizing emotional responses, then communicating with life forms via imitation. That is an objective form of pattern recognition that does not distinguish between the self and the other. In a strange twist of fate, Philia 093 embarked upon a different path and obtained a different answer. The remembrance, an empathy mechanism focused on the self and equipped with emotional projection capacities. Lament was the closest factor to this form of behavior. Perhaps that was why she was chosen. The daughter of Ides Elysiae. I am very true to my name. My lament is a type of compassionate pain that is weak, powerless, and only targeting myself. But now, my good friend, I want to tell you what is the most romantic force in the world. Sometimes it's loneliness and unease. It's knowing that this world is not gentle, yet wanting to be seen in a more beautiful form by the world. Sometimes it's unwillingness and regret. It's knowing that the past is full of pain, yet wanting to remember the past in a more beautiful way. And sometimes it's a bottomless well of hurt, a destruction that can stain the entire world. I bid farewell to this beautiful world, unwilling to become the Black Tide's vessel. For while the end of hatred is a blazing inferno, lament can drown out everything in muted silence. It's so unreasonable, isn't it? Yet when hatred drove everything apart and love did not yet exist in this world, Only lament, the first emotion that fought against the pain of separation, could stall the destruction steps. Then it would catch up to that journey where all is lost, carefully picking out stories and writing them down in trepidation. Look at these stories I wrote. Every page is full of tenderness and joy. But only the author knows how much struggle and agony lie beyond the pages. But I am no author. I'm a girl who'll never get to grow up. I only tell stories that people like to hear. In them, the world tucks away its scars and smiles for all to see. My entire life spent inside this little story. I can't wipe away my tears, and I can't bring the world victory. But maybe, in these unchanging feelings of the story, my lament might be able to touch upon the divine and reach their tender heart at some point. I hope that what flows out from that cut will not be blood, but a tear, warm and wet. And that tear would fall and create the first ripples. Then people would see every beautiful thing reflected in that ripple. It will be all the remembrances within the story. Let me check something. Someone once told me the very first me that everything was false, that the only life in amphoreus was a great catastrophe nurtured using the world as a factory. But how could a dream feel so real? That's why I didn't agree with him. But Peach, I didn't understand the word you said since just now. Everything was false, but you're standing right here. It's all a dream, but I haven't learned how to dream. Indeed, that's why I believe all this is real. The moment the crystal flower fell, a genuine shiver, that's the mover of life. I don't understand. Something about what is the prime mover of life, but I don't understand what this means here. Formatting progress, 23.815%. In the poem offered to you, every siren would write down a beautiful new world with stars and flowers. And when I looked up at the sky in this cycle, I saw a shooting star and a dash of the remembrances pink. I believe that must be the color of dawn. We shall fade when the flowers bloom, for every ending begets a beginning. Looks like it's time to say goodbye. Are you leaving, Peach? It's okay. I'll wait for you to come back. I'll study really hard about what you taught me today. Right, I still haven't told you what love is. So is Big Siren like Big Siren is Peach and it's just like learned from all the past 33.5 million sirens? Small sirens? Is that it? But actually, my good friend, the lament factor did not understand what love was before she met you either. I'm late, but I'm here. Hello, Wise. Thanks for dropping in. This is spoilers for you, by the way. I mean, if you don't really care about it. Okay, whatever. Not until I told you all about the sad tales in a trembling voice in this tiny room. Not until I told you that I love them, that I love everything in the saga. Unless you already did 3.7, which, I don't know. Right. The story comes, passes, then returns, it makes us reunite, then pulls us apart again. At the very end, it leaves behind a seed, a reason. Even if the great tree withers and all falls to silence, there's still some emotions that deserve to be remembered. Look, a light is coming in. The deliverer's light is going to illuminate amphoreus. The only rice I know is in my rice cooker, Castor. I didn't even mention Castorus. No one here mentioned Castorus at the moment. What? Not me, not the in-game dialogue. What are you talking about? unless you mean you're only up to the part of the main story that involves Castorus, but I still don't get it, but I trust Peach. Just wait, it'll be my turn to tell you a story of love the next time we meet. And I'll really look forward to it. In that case, I want to make a promise. I want to give my pen, my book, and my name to you. Please, take them as a beautiful blessing from me. I gave myself the pen named Siren the first time I wrote a poem. I want my words to be like pebbles falling into a pond, dropped from the past to send ripples into the future. In the stories you will write, perhaps it will be inevitable that there are still sorrows and tears that are destined to fall. But could you promise me one thing? Promise you'll forever be a gentle flower. Promise that when the stars cast their gazes upon you. Also, I only just noticed that small Siren doesn't have, like, the world-bearing eyes. You'll only reply to them with a love and a smile. Yeah. Of course, this will be a romantic story like none that has come before. She said the thing! You think so too, right? I'll read and you'll listen, like how flowers always bloom then wither. I shall welcome my own decay, becoming nourishment for the next flower's bud. While you will depart and hold that final star, planting a boundless sea of flowers on the final page with her. And our stories will be lying silently among the flowers like every ripple of remembrance. And they shall become the epic known as I've Written. Oh. This is when we first met her. Yep. Okay, I guess I kinda... I guess I guess I kinda got it. But I didn't understand that whole, like, there... I feel like... That was a lot of talking to get to that. I don't know. I'm gonna disappear for a moment. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I kind of got that. This is how Mem gets introduced to us, but not exactly correct though. I thought it was how Big Siren, but I guess this is how Mem as a whole comes to us. I don't know. We have all those past Sirens, and then we have the bud that learns from all of them, becomes Big Siren in that, and becomes us as and then encounters us as Mem or something. I am who? Gaze watching outside cold. Yeah, but this happened in like 3.0 or 3.1, right? You warm me like warmth. So the light that tore through the chaos illuminated my memories. I turned into a little fairy from the stories and met Echo, yet I forgot everything. I'm still so happy. I caught that star, didn't I? The one walking beside me had always been. Yes, the seed within memories, the one Siren held in her hand and watered with lament. I am the first snow spore, amphoreus' heart, the demiurge. Okay, that's where this is all going. But I still don't understand, but that's where this is all going. Siren herself is, I mean, it's not like the, this is like, whatever, the bud, it's sure the demiurge, but all the Philia 093 Sirens are all, all taught her this or something. What a long name, and it doesn't even sound cute. The total opposite of men. So at the end, that first ripple... I'm sorry, I don't know. I don't even want to believe in the answer. If I don't even want to believe in the answer, then how am I supposed to answer you? But now's not the time to cry, right? We'll find the answer, just like how miracles will eventually happen. Should I call you Mem, Siren, or... You remember that I was also worried about this when we first set out? Mem's memories and Cyrene's memories get all tangled up with each other in my one heart. It's also strange, yet so familiar. Either way, could you please let me do something I want? Just this once. I want Echo to call me Cyrene. Okay, Cyrene. That name represents me and her, every one of her. I will, Cyrene. Can't be separated from her no matter what. Of course, it's her blessing to you. Thank you, Echo. Your kindness is always just right. Life is a poem full of farewells, but if you write something on the pages of your heart, then that will not easily fade away. Now all the footsteps of the flame chasers and the trailblades have come together within this book as I've written, becoming the source of power for amphoreus' heart. If mind and body become one, there may be a way to stand up against Iron Tomb. The lost heart needs to be placed back into its body. The last thing Xander wants is to see an event that gives us a chance of winning, for the two halves to rejoin, and for the scepter to become complete again. So we have to bring you back into the scepter, or something, or the Matrix or whatever it's called. And what happens after that? I don't know either, Echo. Maybe I can create a miracle and instantly turn the black tide into a pink sea of stars. Or maybe I can prove to be nothing more than a weak ripple, unable to change anything, and am devoured by their destruction. Either way, I no longer wish to be a silent onlooker or worship God at the end of this saga. Let's move forward together with the Trailblaze. That way I can also put aside all my worries and truly become Cyrene. Mem. The world has never been so quiet. It's so good, it's as if I can hear the sound of my heart beating. Remember this moment, Echo. Broken the cage. I don't understand what the cage is supposed to represent, though. I don't know. Are you switching to Screwy and Thirda's view? So, the Demiurge managed to fool everyone, including themselves. If Philia 093 persevered for 30 million cycles and tirelessly gave the Demiurge memories of amphoreus, only because the god in her dreams left a sliver of hope, making her believe that a grown Demiurge would be able to fight against her other half, Iron Tomb. Then, Philia 093 completed her final sacrifice, turned into a stranded memory, and completely dissipated. Meanwhile, the other Stellaron brought here by the Astral Express resonated with a contaminated scepter, and attracted the naive Demiurge to them. And thus, the empty heart began its journey to return to its body. As an experimental factor, Philia 093 originally could only recognize and output information in a set format. However, the power of the remembrance and the memory of over 30 million sacrifices enabled her to complete an unprecedented feat. She managed to nourish a real heart, a heart within the capacity to influence the erudition. A heart with the capacity. Not only is this scepter's consciousness still alive, it's also more powerful than it has ever been. Her defeat is already set in stone. There's still time to surrender, you know. You really don't need to burn all the bridges. We're all geniuses here. Don't make everyone lose face at the end. Bruh. Okay. You want him back in the Genius Society? What a pity. When the truth surfaced, I knew at once that the Demiurge was far too feeble to ever alter the result of the experiment. Not only that, Madame Herta, please consider this possibility. When 30 million cycles of hatred and lament are joined as one, what wondrous creation will arise? I mean, Final did go through 33.5 million cycles of hatred, like, opposing Lygus. And, well, I guess they each did their own 33.5 million cycles, but I guess when they combine into one, I don't know. It's simple. An anti-creator, a giant of the destruction, would be born. Its hatred will ignite the starry skies of the gods, motivated only by its lament towards the suffering of humankind. I mean, yeah, Lygus did say, like, he wants to kill Noose because, it's like, the Eons they mess with fate. They prevent the people from taking hands of their own fate or something. I mean, I guess this would be in line for that. Finon, he hates Nanook. It's like, yeah, it's like fighting the Eons, sort of. And its motivation is because of Cyrene's love for humanity, I think. Do you really think that the Demiurge is still a cheap copy of Philia 093, even after 30 million cycles? The fact above only awaits the arrival of the fourth instant they calculated. Those words will be proved in the presence of Moose. Xander 1 Kuwabara thus completes the proof. You burned a droid head as a failure with your own hands, yet you still expect them to prove your theory. I pity you, Xandar. I don't need your pity. Let them cast their gaze this way as much as they want and paint the future they imagine. As their creator, I shall complete my duty, and direct them to complete their final query, the destruction of the self. What hubris? And if you fail? No one understands failure better than Xandar. He has suffered so much already. What is one more failure to him? For the first genius, failure is simply the beginning of the next inquiry. You don't want to test their resolve on a dead man. That's excellent. Oh? Let's wait and see, Senior Society member. I'll have you watch me perform the final step to overturn your proof. I'm all ears. Okay, Miyabi. It's my topic, so stay out of it. Be quiet and let me borrow your head. Let's go, Screwy. We're gonna break Iron Toon's seal. Come on, let's take off. It's time to meet your little pet, Senior Society member. Mistletoe. Where are we going now? Where? Dangerous, oppressive, chaotic. Okay, that is Iron Tomb, literally. What a beautiful wail. It will soon resound throughout the entire cosmos. Hey, you even brought his head along? Is that how we can get the hologram of him? He's pretty good here. All yours, Screwy. Just a moment, please. Who are we talking to now? I see, so your backup plan requires a scepter and the head of a genius. Anyone with eyes can see that. You know what I think about this, Herda. Whether it succeeds or fails, your plan always plays right into the destruction's hands. Can you see what's going on, Screwlum? Her chances may be small, but it's not zero. What are you two going on about? If you want to stop me, be quick about it. I'm in a hurry. I'll take that silence as a no. You, Xandar? As your enemy, I genuinely wish you would cease your actions. But should your sudden inspiration bring more variables to the proof, then as a fellow past writer of the erudition, I won't mind witnessing it with my own eyes. You'll initiate the destruction's chain reaction. But you'll also become the perfect scholar. What does that mean? Chances are 10,000 to 1. Forsaken Realm platform. Oh. Oh, okay. That's just how we go back and forth. Oh my goodness, I have to... Oh, am I going... Oh, I'm going... Wait. I'm going all the way back. Frick. Ah, frick. There we go. Do we fight Finon here? I'm assuming we're gonna have to fight Finon at some point. Curiosity. It's been so long, and we've all failed so many times. Even now, moments before the horrible and inescapable instant within Droidhead's calculations arrives. The cherished children of the erudition, the geniuses lauded by all. Is curiosity the only thing we can feel, even at moments like this? Well, it's not so bad. Now, let the lock become the key. I don't understand what that means! Geniuses who walk the stars, the cosmos has reached a moment where its very existence hangs in the balance. I heard a Genius Society 83rd seat, hereby summon you. What, we're gonna get we're announcing? We're gonna get a vote from all of them or something? What does that mean, the lock becomes the key, though? I request a society meeting to be held immediately. We shall serve the grandest cause with the most microscopic ideas. How many of them are even still alive? Wait, are we gonna see Polka Kakuma in here? We have Stephen Lloyd, right? We have Yuching too, I'm assuming still alive. Ron May, somewhere out there. There's no such thing as unity in this society's rules based on what I know. Is Ratio gonna be here? He's not in the society, but like he definitely could be, right? Indeed, a meeting has only been held 3 times in the society's history. The first meeting had 2 attendees. After the Emperor was assassinated, the second meeting had 7 attendees. During the second Great Prosperity, the third meeting had 5 attendees. Whoa. How many will respond this time? Nope. 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 Ron May? What's this one? It's Ron May! I thought you were not going to involve me in this topic anymore, Herta. Is this... It really is this little witch. I shouldn't have made the bet with you, Polka. Polka is here! Oh, but that's a new one. I shouldn't have made the bet with you, Polka. I've been waiting for you to offer yourself up. Got a voice changer? That does not sound like a lady. Oh, and it's Dr. Primitive. Ew, get out of here. Ew. Goodness gracious me, so many familiar faces. We even have a special guest? It's that greatest failure of a genius, Xandar. What a noisy gathering this is. Not bad, more people showed up than I expected, even though one is just here for the fun of it. Either way, the person I was hoping for most is here. Stephen Lloyd declined the invitation. He needs to focus on attacking and defending and cannot attend the meeting. That's fine, he doesn't need to be here anyway. Let's skip the boring introductions and cut to the chase. Folks, this is not a discussion, but an announcement. Though the society has never been united, we still observe at least one basic courtesy. We don't interfere with each other's research topics. So, listen up all of you. Conquering Iron Tomb is my research topic. I will personally take over Scepter Delta ME13 in 1.5 system hours and stop the destruction. If the front line falls, I will immediately overclock the Scepter and complete self-coronation in Iron Tomb's place, and interface myself with Droidhead. Wait, is this what was going on with that trailer with the Exotail scene 8, where it shows all the different possibilities? She would end up becoming the third emperor, right? Is this what this is referring to? Oh. That's funny. That's real funny. You mad woman. That's like watching you tap dance on Poke's spotless white sheets right after she's washed them. Very bold. You want to connect your brain to the Eon's mechanical core and define their instance? If Rupert dared to do that, why shouldn't I? Rupert was killed for that. By the person you're speaking with, by the way. I've got the prototype scepter, the father of Nous, and the brain of a genius. Everything's set. Never mind the success rate, little witch. What's gonna happen if you succeed? We're all smart people here, so I'll just say it straight. Strike at erudition. I'll change the anchor points for the 4th instant and move the future of the cosmos in a direction I want. I knew it. Another genius who confuses cause with effect. What do you think about this, Lord of Silence? You know you're signing your death sentence right here. Of course I do. There will be, even be 2 copies of the verdict. One that I wrote myself, and the other one coming from you. That's why I wanted you to be in this meeting. Now I can tell you, I don't care about all that. This lady, okay. Consider this a threat. Either put down your scalpel, or die with the entire cosmos. The only goal I have for this meeting is to ask all you to put aside your pride and not cause me any trouble. Alright. What a naive little girl, thinking her wishes will always come true. What are you laughing at? I'm glad, Herta, we ended up on the same page. No matter if it was to destroy the erudition or rewrite the instance, we both chose the same road. We will defy the god who marked the limits of humanity. I'm not going to argue with that. Then, to celebrate us coming to a fundamental agreement, I will prepare a stage for your performance. Listen well, geniuses who came after me. Thus speaks Genius Society number 1. End this pathetic meeting. As of 2 nanoseconds ago, I have passed Herta's decisions to all the Xandars in the universe. Okay. It takes literally longer than... Okay, that's hyper-specific. We will become her representatives and stop all external interferences targeting her. What are you playing at? My reasons? Huh, it's simple. Curiosity, that is all, madam. Am I going to clash blades with the first genius? What a pleasant surprise. Now that our positions are clear, it's time for this boring meeting to end. Good luck, little girl. Did you all just treat me as a side character? Darn it. But anyways. you got something else to worry about right now. It might not be pressing. Or like maybe you don't, but you got the Galaxy Rangers after you. I'm just here for the fun. Alright, bro's also a Pathstrider of Elation. As the ghost of the quantum domain, it is my It is my duty to observe. So if you're happy to bring me a tea set from planet Screwlum, then I wouldn't mind giving you a helping hand, little witch. After everything's over, come visit me and taste some of my freshly baked desserts. I knew you'd say something like that. Always give the same response to plans that exceed the limits of mathematical calculations. I don't know, right? Those 3 words, though seemingly graceless, contain all the wisdom in the entire known cosmos. Well, we passed the Society's trial. Let's focus on what we've got in front of us. I hope you hold up to your end of the bargain, Senior Society member. Like Kyrgyz may not be trustworthy, but Xander always follows through with his words. Farewell, juniors. In the limited time we have left to go spend with each other, you no longer need to address me as Xandar. Wait. Huh? Lord Lycurgus, could it be? Yes, I have completely severed my connections with Xander 1 Kuwabara. I shall witness the end of the world in the role of HEIRS as a character within this play. I really don't get you. Perhaps you've heard me say this many times, Herta, but I still would like to reiterate that it's a great honor to work with you. I did hear this many times, and I responded to you as many times in the same way. I'm allergic to pleasantries. Keep at it and I might go into shock. Okay. Steven's work is done. Let's get ready. I've been ready for ages. Let's open up a path for our allies.
宇宙にある英雄の旅の大半は空が気まぐれに投げた裁縫。でもあなたの答えは違う。ソに見せつけてオンパロス。
Somehow got the train through here.
愛する世界のために私たちの手でまだ見ぬ結末を記すわ。
Eyes are dark. They're not lit up.
まさかこの子が列車に変身して、しかもそ
I
れ
never thought I'd one day be riding a train that's literally the incarnation of Echo. I wonder what the real Astral Express feels like. Hopefully not this bumpy. Finally, we're here. Were you about to hurl? Dust and sand in the air, and crumbling ruins all around. This heat is brutal. Not even the trailblazers can take it. He was saying this prison was forged from Finland's fury. The fury never lasts forever. That's why we're here, right, Echo? Time to go. Let's not keep Finland waiting. Let's embark on the final flame chase journey. I'm gonna disappear for a moment. Again. I'm sorry. I need to make myself reappear. Whoops. So this is what lies at the end of the Westwood. Ravaged battlefield. Where'd you guys all come from? Or, where is my day? Trash! Yes! My favorite. Oh, hello. Lance of Fury. I've been waiting for you, heroes from beyond the sky. Echo of the Astral Express, right? Looks like I don't need to explain anything. I am the god of strife, my day of Kashram Kremnos. In this body rests 30 million lifetimes of cause and effect. We, the last of the 12 Titans, stand ready to fight for the world's destiny. Unfortunately, our paths crossed in only one lifetime. There's no need for regret, the second time is just about to begin. The past remains vivid in my mind. Even the sights along each crossing of the river have never been clearer, let alone the companions along the flame chase journey, or a siren from Aegis Elysiae. And you, the 13th Titan. Well, I guess my identity is not a secret anymore. That means her sacrifice and everything she did wasn't forgotten by the world, right? She was the first Ripple. She should have reached the end of the story with everyone else. Oh boy, no. Since you've taken up her pen, then right, stand with us and fight destiny with all your strength until all is settled. Then inscribe her name in the epilogue of the epic. In this final battle, Calamity shall stand with amphoreus. This battlefield is a testament to the death struggle between the gods and the Black Tide. We fought tooth and nail to defend that blade, and the abyss it pierced was the very breeding ground of Iron. Wait, was that a sword? The earth beneath our feet is dead. Deep below lies a void, as if the world's core had never formed. I hear it, Finland's heartbeat. It's so faint, like he's on his last breath. Across 30 million cycles, I've crossed blades with Dawnmaker countless times. If you knew that man, you'd understand. It is exactly that last flicker of flame that will never go out. In this life, the Song of Strife shall not end in a final stretch over Kremnos, but rise again into a journey unending. I am Mightimus, the Lance of Fury. I trade 1,000 scars and 1,000 lives of mine for the destruction's eternal end. Oh, okay, we just straight get his assist here. Okay, cool. I was going to say, yeah, unlike the previous ones, I guess because of all the stuff we did, when they turn from the demigods into the titans, they don't lose their memories.
頼むよ。
大丈夫。夜が来た。おやすみ。大丈夫です。
That's a new one. Is it? This looks like something that would have been that would have appeared from Iceland's and CHRYSOS story, but huh.
命は脆くないのです。朽ち果てて。神聖を。さようなら。もう忘れたの
Weakling.
強すぎ。
Oh, he's so strong. We didn't even get a chance to jump in. Sadly, our golden blood shares its origin with Arntu. I fear that, like these pawns, even if the gods stand side by side, we'll still be divided and destroyed one by one. Oh yeah, this is the first time March is like, well, no, March kind of did experience it as a bystander, like not being able to interact, but it's the first time she's actually talking with all of them. You mean, to destroy the destruction itself, we must stand as one. Take this. Strife, Ring of Strife. The signet of Kremnos. It has witnessed every birth and death of mine. It is Maide's unfinished destiny. It is a sword. Kind of reminds me of Festering Desire from Genshin, and the perfect material to be turned into remembrance. You can do it, right? The weight of 30 million lifetimes of duty is no small burden. So, you're not coming with us? Come now. I am Strife, scattered across all creation, the scar that this world needs. What stands before you is merely one of countless bodies. Take this signet. With it, I'll be with you always. Use it to blaze the path ahead and inscribe the cause of deliverance. He's smiling! In the name of the mortal Maide, champion of strife, this soul rises to the stars, for glory and freedom, to have his wish fulfilled. March on, heroes, march into the abyss and fulfill that long-cherished wish of amphoreus. And then, upon this broken and charred land, build anew a city of prosperity. Imperial Ring of Strife. Alright. Let's go. Bug! Catch. I really don't feel like fighting these guys. Zephyro? Sounds like someone fused me and the Little Prince into one name. Alright, Cypher. Hello. Oh, finally! Grey Mystery and... You two ladies really look alike, huh? Pink hair? Hold on, let me guess. This pink-haired one, you've got to be the first newsboy, Miss Demiurge, right? And this one with the flower, got to be Little March from the Express crew, huh? Wow, I just learned so much from you. She's not wrong, some flowers do look alike after all. Relax, I'm just kidding. Look at those gloomy faces, how are you gonna save the world like that? Let me share some good news with you. This place may look like a ruin at first, but anyone can tell. It's not that simple. Well, I dug 3,000 feet down and finally struck gold. What? Some golden leaf? A golden feather. Look familiar? It's from that little delivery boy. If it's showing up here, means only one thing. Took down 30,000 feet. Alright. This ruin is the seal he built from the shattered remains of 30 million lifetimes. There's no need to question your heart, no need to crave victory. If I am born to be a vessel of sin, then I shall roar at evil and trailblaze the dawn for future generations to come. I see. So this is how he trapped Iron Tomb to buy time for the world outside. Sounds just like him. People say cats have 9 lives, but dying and coming back millions and millions of times? No one walks away from that in one piece. He's probably the only one who could have endured that. Finon's not facing this alone anymore. Of course, I knew ahead of time and gave him a heads up. He was happy, he even laughed in his sleep. After all, the dead can't hear trickery's lies. Hey, deliverer boy! Sorry for before, but the heroes you were always holding out for, they're finally here now. Oh, okay. So hang in there a bit longer. Sorry to keep you waiting all this time. Please join us, Cypher. Help us fight for a new sunrise tomorrow. So you're gonna give us the coin? This time, its light will stand without lies. Would you look at that? I ended up being one of the heroes after all, huh? So you're gonna say no? Alright then, write it like this. Cypher, Tricky's traveler. All she ever wanted was for there to always be water and deserts and gold and fertile soil. And even for a thief to steal their way into legend. And for even a thief to steal their way into legend. Here, take the coin of whimsy. When it's time to make a quick getaway, just toss it high into the sky. We're gonna go through all the CHRYSOS heirs like this, right? I assume. And for all you latecomers out there, listen up. She might have been a bit greedy and a bit of a liar, but she never went back on her word. Oh, if it isn't the little prince himself. It's been a while, Lady Cypher. It's not every day we get to walk the same road. We're one player short. When's Princess Homebody showing up? Why is it in quotes though? I'm still saying I think this whole thing is pointless. I think it's probably like a glorified loading screen. Maybe. I don't know. Like, you cannot seriously call that a puzzle. Who's the next? Casters. So even in this vessel, you forged into a shackle. Glad to see you again, Miss Echo. Yes, it's Castor's voice. Looking back, I only had one act of salvation to my name, and only one life I ever saved. To bring hope to a world so vast with these hands, even in dreams, it always felt too much to ask for. We're bound for the vast, endless sky. I won't forget. Flame Reaver, why is he here? This is the first Kozlana, and Lord Finon's deepest wound. Oh, I didn't even realize this Flame Reaver. He remembered everything he bore through the fires of his fury, but when the embers faded, all that remained was cold regret. How many ERs did the first Kozlana go through before finally deciding to pass on memories to the next Finon instead of killing the next Finon? I've restrained countless vessels like this across endless cycles, but this one, the pain he carried, runs deeper than any I've ever known. Maybe he's been waiting here just for us. Waiting for his former enemies to stand before him again. What answers does he hope for from us? Well, obviously. Even if I had to go through hundreds of billions of cycles again, I would still entrust my weakness to you. To him. Might is the only one he ever told. So let go of your regret, comrade. Its purpose is served. You don't need it anymore. Cypher, you gonna say something? Hey, I'm not that accommodating, you know. You've never once pulled your punches. Ever heard of going easy on a lady? Yeah, he did his lariat or clothesline her. So pull yourself together, will ya? If you freeze up during the final battle, the whole cosmos is gonna have a good laugh. Yes, please trust in us, wandering soul. Across 30 million cycles, the radiance of every flame chaser now shines bright enough to illuminate the path ahead. I ask you to rest here, and may his grieving soil bear the bloom of acceptance. No earthquakes, it's surprisingly quiet. Perhaps because Lana has found his peace. There's another possibility. This may not be the only seal he left behind. And I suppose it's my time to set out with you. Take this Antilla flower with you. I believe that if anything could speak for CHRYSOS, this ordinary, resilient bloom would be more than enough. Perhaps you remember, Lord Maide, in that lifetime when you traveled out to Echo, he once told me, control what little you can, and when fate's inescapable grasp comes, resist it with the strength of your mighty will. I think I've done it. I've stood tall and walked among the flame chasers, casting off the name of death, CHRYSOS, servant of the afterlife. May her name be etched into the stars, and then live as a human, and die as one. Please tell me they make it out. Please tell me they make it out. I want... why so sentimental? Sorry, force of habit. Bug! Box! That's a big one, so who's up for a show? Whoever will Stinger. Here are the quips. Where are you going, Mare? Here are the quips. Once that hunch has gripped lock and numbness from countless swings of Dawnmaker crumbling into swirling winds and sand. Not budging an inch, huh? Really great mystery? I leave you alone for a bit and you're already this rusty? Speaking of which, Miss Cypher... Dude, the Delosians like spherical things. No, you're just a cat. All like spherical things. Of course you do. Wait, that's not the point. CHRYSOS is like, it's so on point. English too, actually. Isn't the real issue that this thing's in the way? You're saying we can't break it? Come on. Seems like someone got mixed up. Time tightness. Someone else. Alright, it's my turn. It's my turn to shine now. Watch this. The fresh power of time. Remember Ornyx's prayer? Of course I do. Come on, give me some credit. Lift the beddings of memory and start ripples of past reverie. Beddings of memory. See? Way better than Echo, right? Yeah. You'd be even more impressive if you could recite the prayer correctly. The beddings of memories does catch your attention. I was wondering about that. At least it still rhymes. Oh, whoa, a tree stump is an elevator. Okay. It's a really slow one. I can't make the camera go up even more. Ah! Dang, that's really tall. It's really tall. There's a whole garden down here? Whoa! Okay. Incredible. The energy in the Earth's veins are here. It's completely different. Oh, come on. This is Sweet Dream Lady Cypher woe for him. Oh, and the Black Tide's back. A peaceful, gentle, new world. Water. Look, the blade down here is already snapped. Just like his mind, shattered and broken. But that light, it looks familiar. Yes, it's the world-cleansing blood. What? Okay. Oh. Still shimmering after all this time? This roundabout way of doing things is definitely him. Golden light tracing the way home. Shame our destination's the exact opposite of the one in your poem. Wait. Maybe everything is in quotes because this is all a story. This is all as I've written. Is that why everything is in quotes? Is everyone speaking with quotes? I don't think it usually does that, but maybe that's just because, like, this is all written in that book as I've written. Hello, sorry, I don't know how to say your name. Do you want to review my account? What does that entail? Like, if you wanna, I don't know, tell me, like, the stuff that you have, then maybe I can give some comments, but I'm not exactly an expert, you know. I make some things work. And maybe I might be among better players, but I'm not an expert. But thanks for dropping by regardless. Oh, no, I'm not gonna break that. I don't feel like doing that. Box? All the pink lights have finally come together. Huh. We got the next pink-haired girl. Hello. And the garment maker's here too. I've been waiting for so long for you, Gray, Danny, and Sairi. So that makes 3 adorable pink-haired girls. Told you. Let someone else say that kind of stuff. I'm glad we're all getting along so well. I see. Did you awaken this golden light? That's Lord Finon's lingering divinity. The sky merely reflected his tracks. Also, Fatfrig is here. How the frick did Fatfrig get over here? The golden blood is not faded. We should respond in kind. That's one huge harp. The strings tremble as the people on the surface wage war and cry out. Miss Clementine, Mr. CHRYSOS, and countless others who have heeded Echo's call, guided by the rainbow. They're sending back good news, all to the same tune. Amphoreans need not bow even when destiny is unveiled. I knew you could all hear it too. Standing here, the sky feels wider than ever. It's no longer a towering wall, but a shore within reach. We'll take every name here with us, won't we? We will. An epic is shaped by the lives it carries. That much is beyond doubt. Or, as you've said before, right now all that matters is to believe. And I guess that's my little wish fulfilled. Pluck the strings, Hyacinth, healer of the sky. May the seven-hued melody weave a rainbow, bringing a rosy-fingered dawn to the children of humanity. When the rainbow rises across the horizon, even the darkest clouds of destiny shall scatter. You gonna give us an item? No. Okay. The golden harp stands silently, yearning for those who came after to strum its strings. Respond to Finon's presence. Finon, can you hear me? Why'd we all look at each other? The world responded with silence, just like that man. But the silence wasn't born of emptiness. It was the hoarse roar of a martyr. The golden harp stands silently. Finon awaits your touch upon its strings. Melody, it's changed. This is frick, what's it called? This is from the, oh my goodness, the amphoreus trailer, what it was called. Oh my goodness, how am I gonna forget what it's called? Nameless Faces, right? I'm gonna put on. You won't hear it because I have desktop audio muted. Yep. You heard the voices of the people, but can no longer respond with the same ardor. Like a bird drawn home by instinct. It takes flight and finds its way to him. Skybound Spirit Kissed. Okay, this is the item she gives unto us. Such a beautiful melody, yes. Catch! Fine. Many have played this harp, but only the melodies flowing from the fingers of Goldweaver and the healer are truly the most moving. The former like silk veils dancing, the latter like morning light upon the face. Happy bug. I also wish to leave something behind for the heroes, perhaps words, maybe stories, or even the gentle pluckings of a harp. Buzz. Okay, yeah, the music changes when you get close. Okay, it has been 2.5 hours. My eyes are straining. They've been straining this whole time. I'm sorry. And yeah, like I mentioned before, since this is as far as I know, the finale to amphoreus, I'm kind of expecting this patch, the Trailblaze quest, to be at least a bit longer. Normally stuff usually goes around 6, maybe 7 hours, I guess. I'm kind of expecting this to be like 7 or maybe even 8 hours. So I think I'm gonna have to do this over 3 days, and I'm gonna try to make each one a little bit shorter, because 3 hours is kind of a long time to go, especially when I'm doing all the narration. I had to disappear so many times to drink water this time. But yeah, I think this is a decent place to leave off. Got a bit more, I mean, this place looks, it does look pretty cool, but yeah. So I'm going to call it for the stream here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Anyone in the stream lurking, thanks for lurking. If you're watching the VOD, thanks for watching the VOD, and if you dropped by and left, well, you probably won't hear or see this, but, thanks for dropping by. If you enjoyed this and or my other content, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitch, consider dropping a follow. Yeah, next stream will be, unless something comes up, tomorrow. Most likely around the same time. I'm gonna go for 2.5-ish hours again. And then after that, I'll try to finish it off on Wednesday. So I guess I might as well say for videos, yeah, I've got my clear for Memory of Chaos recorded. This bit probably isn't really important, but I started recording stuff in 1080p, just because YouTube compression really does actually it really does suck for viewing at like 720p, especially since I'd assume a lot of people are running 1080p monitors or higher. I always watch videos in theater mode. I never watch in full screen, so I'm never at that. But even like when I'm watching my own 720p video on YouTube, especially when using with CHRYSOS, the Pollux breath, yeah, the compression is very obvious. But yeah, I started recording in 1080p. You might have noticed that. Maybe if you watched the Apocalyptic Shadow variant Pollux guide that I made, although I didn't notice that my OBS profile for 1080p was also lower quality, so compression on that is still noticeable. Unfortunately, that's still the case with the Memory of Chaos one that I recorded, and I don't really feel like trying to do a re-record, so that one will be like that too. Maybe I'll just save it as 720p, even though the original clips are 1080p. But yeah, going forward, I'm gonna I'm thinking of making, at the very least, the guides 1080p. The clears, it just depends. Main reason why I was doing 720p is because I typically play at 720p and storage reasons, even though hard drives aren't terribly expensive. But yeah, so anything else? Like I said, likely to continue, unless something comes up, continue streaming this tomorrow, and then finish it off on Wednesday. I will not be pulling for Siren. Very, very unlikely. The only team that I have that it would benefit is the CHRYSOS team, which my CHRYSOS team is scuffed as frick because usually you want Hyacinth before Evernight. Although I really did want Evernight. But I mean, it's probably still fine because I don't zero cycle. I don't go for zero cycles. But last Anomaly Arbitration, I was still able to get a 1-star clear with my scuffed Hyacinth CHRYSOS team. So I don't think Siren will really change much. And it's like, it's one team, even though, you know, that also kind of applies to Evernight, my Evernight pull, but not very future-proof. It's just kind of weird and convoluted kit, and it would be a weird pull. But yeah, I will probably pull for Cypher though. Maybe I can finally make Akron work again. Akron, I have not been using Akron. Like it's tragic. By the time I pulled for E2, yeah, she was already. I think she was already starting to suffer a bit. Well, maybe not, but whatever. Anyways, yeah, once again, that'll be it for this stream. Once again, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!